Yes, sir. It is I, your boy from Bed-Stuy, and I greatly appreciate everybody tuning in for Don't F Up the Crime Scene, where me, special guests, will tune in and talk about our experiences on crime scenes and how to mess up the case. All right? So sit back and enjoy and holler back at your boy. Holla. Hello, hello, hello. Hello, hello, hello. Hello, 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 hello. All right. Okay. That's not bad. It's not really good. Try yours.
Hello?
It's not bad.
Okay.
I'm gonna have to amplify this motherfucker. All right, so let me stop it right there. What up, guys? It is I, your boy from Bed-Stuy, coming again for Don't Fuck Up the Crime Scene, and I'm actually on scene. I got a guest who was just a student a minute ago, and he's gonna bless me with the presence of coming on the podcast. Let's get to him in a second. I'll read off his bio, and let's go into a sponsor. Done Right Designs. You can always reach a great communicator, educator, and web designer at Done Right Designs. That's Derek at donerightdesigns.com. All right, so if you need a website, he did mine, come and see him. Okay, that's Done Right Designs, and that's Derek at donerightdesigns.com. All right, coming to the stage, and I'm in Haverhill. Boy,
that's closer.
I'm struggling. Okay, I'm on my site right now, and we just up here in Mass, and we just had a level 3, and class went good. All right, I got Kyle Dragon. This is the first Into the Dragon I've ever seen in my life. Okay, this is like awesome. Okay, Kyle Dragon, and he's hails from Franklin County Sheriff Office, and he's a lead regional animal control officer. His bio: started AC work, small town called Plainfield, Mass. Back in the day, he moved to a popular state back in 2012. And in 2003, he moved to, bigger things. 2004, he started the job, and he's been doing it ever since. It's full time. He loves it. And, dude, let's talk. And he's 14 years on the job. Welcome to the show.
Thank you very much.
So today, first time you're on, so we're going to do the easy 8s. We're going to do the easy 8s. And these are 4 questions, 4 about you and 4 about work. So the first one, what's the best thing you like about your job?
Best thing I like about my job is the fact that I can get out there, I can help animals, and I can help educate people so that they can better help their animals.
Okay, so you like the education part.
Go ahead. I live by the philosophy, the best I can to educate over citate. If I can fix an issue through correction and education, I will go that way beyond the court. And you build rapport with the person.
Excellent.
And it just allows you that much better, and they're more apt to reach out to you when they get to the point where they can't.
Gotcha. So you have a relationship built,
Yep.
And if they need help and everything, they can call you because they get overwhelmed and what have you.
Exactly.
Excellent.
I want to be viewed as a resource, not as a problem for them.
Right. Because they look at us as a problem.
Exactly.
The first time they choose is like, okay, who's this guy coming? I didn't have a problem until you knocked on my door. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Your favorite movie or book?
Oh, favorite movie or book?
Or both?
Sounds totally cheesy.
Go ahead.
I would say that my favorite movie overall, at least growing up, I don't watch many movies anymore, was definitely Stardust.
Oh my God, you're going back, dude.
Going back.
Dude, I haven't seen that in a minute, dude. That was pretty good. It was a little hokey, but it was pretty good.
It had a little mix of everything.
Yeah. Wow. I only watch that when it comes on Pluto TV because, I'm cheap. I don't own cable, stuff like that. Right. But any books?
Any books? If I'm reading a book, I love like the Clive Cussler series.
Oh, what's that about?
I usually do the Dirk Pitt novels, which are more oceanic based.
Okay.
And there's usually some sort of action or something else mixed in there with them.
Okay. What was your most interesting case you've worked since you've been in animal control field? I know you have dozens of them.
Most interesting?
Crazy, unbelievable.
I don't really know one to put on. I mean, so the most interesting case I could say was one that started as a welfare complaint, and repeatedly was a welfare complaint. There was some domestic components in there. They were going through a nasty divorce, and I ended up being able to step in, work with the owner of the animals.
Excellent.
And we managed to get his animals numbered down to where they needed to be. Discovered he had some animals he didn't know he had.
Okay.
And we were able to partner with a whole bunch of local collaborative efforts and able to assist in getting his dogs and his cats spayed and neutered and all that. So he's had a much more manageable spot. I would say that was probably my most interesting one because we kept going different places and it was like, oh, you have this? I didn't know I had that.
And was he cooperative?
Very cooperative.
Okay. I think those are the best when you have people who like, hey, I need some help and I appreciate the help and not fighting you every step of the way or just want to sit down. Because, sometimes you have people who know they need help and they don't want to part ways with the animals.
Exactly.
And, like spay and neuter. And then sometimes it's a culture where it's like, in a Latino, they don't like this. Some of them, not everybody, don't like to spay and neuter the animals. And that can be a clusterfuck,
Right.
And,
And I mean, it's been really hard because up in our area, there's, especially with some of the smaller police forces, there's some distrust with law enforcement. And in my current position, I'm law enforcement head to toe, the full deal. And that takes a lot of people to realize that, like, I'm not here so much on the law enforcement standpoint. I'm here to help you with your animals.
Right.
Because they see me, they see my car, and they think I'm in trouble.
Yeah, right. I'm going to jail.
Right.
But I'm glad you can ease that. Your favorite food to cook or eat?
Favorite food to cook or eat? I would go with a good seafood meal or a good steak.
What type of steak and how do you cook it? And
New York sirloin's always great, and I prefer it medium rare to medium.
Okay, all right. And seafood. What about your favorite dish?
Favorite dish. I am from Massachusetts. I do love cod.
Okay.
Cod, salmon.
Okay.
Can't do sushi.
Really?
Yep. Have never been able to stomach sushi. Just something about it.
Really?
Yep.
I love me some sushi. I had, you have to discover and get a palate for it,
right?
And without gagging at first, because you're like, it's raw fish. You're like, oh my god. So I'm okay with it. As far as up here, I haven't had any fish, and I might at the airport or before I get there, I might hit some chowder and see how the chowder is. See how we're going to do that. So you born and raised up here?
Yeah, I was born and raised on the western end of the state. So
okay. Is it a big difference?
Population-wise, yes. Your neighbor you're talking half to a mile from you, gotcha. Instead of right next door.
Oh, damn. So you say you need some sugar or something like that. You ass out of luck, or you have to start walking. Okay, I got you. Since the name of the podcast is, Don't Fuck with the Crime Scene, have you ever messed up a case? Not on purpose, but you have, bungled a case by mistake and learned from it.
Had a couple where some stuff probably could have been done better.
Yeah. We
were able to recover it.
Okay.
Which is always a win.
Okay.
And it's more, it wasn't anything drastic. It was more like, well, we probably should have done it this way instead of doing it this way, but we're here now.
Right.
So how are we going to move from here?
Right. So
and it all worked out in the end, but it was just, it definitely is a few minutes of like, well, dang.
Yeah.
Which I'm sure we've all been there once or twice.
Yeah, especially like, I get on some cases, stuff like that. I said, I have a brain fart. I said, dang. Or you're like, man, I should have did this. Oh, man, did I remember to do this? Or that's why you seen one of my phone. I like checklists.
Yep.
I love a checklist.
Oh,
I like to go through the checklist because it helps you not miss anything.
Right.
Favorite vacation spot or place to visit?
So I have to work with people all day long.
Mm-hmm.
So if I take a vacation, my idea of a vacation spot does not have a lot of people.
Okay.
So I can just be off and relax.
Mm-hmm.
Or I prefer to go somewhere where I don't have to be responsible for anything.
Okay.
So The two I have found is my family actually owns a place on the ocean in Connecticut.
Okay.
So go down there, peaceful, quiet, no one bothers you.
Right.
Or I'll go on a cruise.
Oh, so you like cruising?
I don't know if I'll say I like cruising. I like the fact that I can just go there. The meals are there when I want them.
Right.
I don't have to worry about anything.
Right. I love it.
They got the daycare things. I can put the kids in daycare. The teen can go do his thing at the teen lounge, and I can just relax.
Right. I have been on a cruise since my kids are small. I haven't been on a cruise, and I want to go back. Trying to just finding time, and where to go, because I've been to Caribbean a few times. I want to say over it, but I'm like, I'm good. But now I kind of might want to go a few more places. The one my sister's she's flying to Greece and going on a cruise over there. So I think that's going to be really nice, And I'm like, okay, I might copy up. That's expensive though,
right?
So.
So I joke with my wife that I now do reverse cruising. Most people go on cruises to go to these destination places, get off and explore.
Right.
I'll go on the cruise. Everyone else gets off the boat, go explore. I get pretty much the entire boat to myself.
I don't mind that.
I can go hang by the poolside. I can go whatever. There's no one on the boat because everyone will get off the boat.
So I would do that. Okay, now I get that. I really get that. And so when I used to cruise all the time, we would do that. Especially if we've been to the place before. Oh man, we go see the movies, go to because nobody's there. Or it's very little people, right. So you get to have a good time on the boat by yourself.
Exactly.
Oh, that's smart. That's smart. What places have you been?
So we mostly do Caribbean cruises. So
okay.
We've been to Puerto Rico. We've been to the Bahamas.
Okay.
The British Virgin Isles. A few other places down there.
Okay. Yeah, I've been to Canada.
I couldn't even tell you all the places. My wife could. I could.
Yeah. I got one. Are you a great teammate?
I think so. I haven't heard that I'm not. How
many people you work for?
So with my department I'm the lead ACO, and then I have a part-time officer who works under me right now.
Right.
And then there's two other pay staff that work out of the shelter that we work out of. One is the director who kind of oversees my unit.
Okay.
And then there's the shelter administrator who oversees shelter operations.
Okay.
So it's a very, very small unit, so we're able to work cohesively. Mm-hmm. Where we find with teamwork is that because our agency of self is small, we rely a lot on local police departments, other local entities. Mm-hmm. So you really have to be able to pull in that multi-agency group and be able to work together.
So the networking, that's what you do.
Yeah. Networking is what I do all day long.
Gotcha. And are you a dog or cat person, and why?
So, growing up was never a huge fan of cats.
Okay.
Mostly because I was always more into dogs.
Right.
But cats always gravitated to me.
Mm-hmm.
And now I can say I have one cat. I met my wife, moved in. She had a cat. The cat adopted me. Wouldn't leave me alone.
Right.
We had two dogs, and then I was doing TNR one night. Mm-hmm. Grabbed some cats. There was one cat that we couldn't get within 30 feet of it. Decided to walk into one of the carriers I had on the ground for whatever reason. Mm-hmm. And I was able to kick the door shut behind it. Mm-hmm. Due to the vet shortage, thanks to COVID, I had to hang on to him a little bit longer than I normally would have so I could get him neutered. And after about 3 days, he started trying to solicit attention. Mm-hmm. Within 2 weeks, it was very clear he was soliciting attention. Mm-hmm. And then he became the biggest love bug that I've ever seen in a cat. Mm-hmm. 3 years old, feral colony since life.
Wow.
And I know it's him because I've monitored him from when he's a kitten all the way up. I've been trying to get him for a few years. And I've had him now for 2.5 years, and he refuses to go outside.
Wow.
Uses a litter box like a regular domestic cat.
Wow.
And is honestly the most chill cat I've ever had.
So I have two. And One is a spoiled brat, would scream and yell, feed me, feed me, feed me, 24/7. The other one is, and that's Setback, spoiled, and screams and cries all day for attention. And then we have Khonshu. Khonshu is a black, medium hair, long hair Angora, beautiful cat, good cat, quiet, doesn't want any attention, or so doesn't demand attention, but likes to follow you around and get in your lap all day. So I had to get used to cats because I wasn't a cat person. While Feral Calico got me here, and Dewclaw got me here from a dog, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I was like, okay. And I've always been a dog person, but after my Min Pin passed, no more dogs. Because I didn't know I was going to take it that hard, you know? And I was coming home, no dog and stuff like that. I was like, okay. So my kids like, you know? I said, I'm good. So I travel, a little bit with cats. They're different. They're a different breed. Does your cat and dog get along?
Yeah, they get along. We got 2 dogs. One is a black lab that my wife adopted. I call him Dory. He's got short-term memory. He remembers you or he doesn't. And then all of a sudden he remembers that he remembers you. The other one is will actually be a year old this June. It was from, actually, I ended up adopting it from the shelter. It was from the case that actually I mentioned earlier.
Right.
It has a lot of medical issues, so we kind of took it initially on hospice.
Okay.
Like, we'll take it, we'll give it a good life until it's time.
Right.
It's totally blind.
Got it.
Been blind since birth. They thought it had hip issues. The hip issue seemed to have resolved itself. So now I just have this blind puppy that runs around.
Now, I went up to Best Friends with my homie Mo back in, it's got to be, 6 years ago? We went to Best Friends and we were staying with Meg, and she had a blind Shar-Pei mix, right, named Ernie. And I've never been around blind dogs. And I'm wondering, with you, can you see how they remember where things are and sense where things are before they run into it?
So, sense, yes. So I got 3 kids at home, so stuff never stays in one spot once.
Okay.
But this dog, the way it runs around, except for the occasional running to a door or a wall, you would never know it was blind.
Yeah.
The eye doctor akin that to the fact that it's never known sight, so it doesn't know dogs are supposed to have sight.
Makes sense.
So it's just naturally always figure out how to use its senses.
And I remember Maggie said, and even Monica, she said, they have this it's not radar, but it's something else where they kind of, now if things stay in place, they can actually remember where it is. I'm like, huh? But I guess, a blind person can do the same thing, right? But I watched it go up to the door, go around things, and just like it would come up there and feel the energy. It was I've never seen it like it, and kind of like, okay, let me go over here. I was like, wow,
I always wonder if they could sense the air pressures.
Is that what it is?
Like the air pressure bouncing back, because what he runs into a lot is like the chain link fence.
Okay.
Because it goes through.
Got it.
Or we have some mesh gates that we use. Okay. He'll run into those sometimes when they're closed. Right. Like maybe the air doesn't bounce back the way it should from a solid object.
Wow. And that's deep. Because I didn't even see. Wow. I would love to get somebody on and talk about that, because when I watched the dog walk up to it, stop, and go around, I said, hold up, right? And sometimes if you move something, they hit it, but sometimes they can readjust. And I was like, how the hell? Right. And it was the weirdest thing. Good dog. But I was just flabbergasted. I was like, how in the hell? All right, brother. That was the Easy Eights. I appreciate you coming on. It's my man, Kyle Dragon, and he was on from Franklin County Sheriff Office. He gave me a little while, 14-year vet. And so, do you like your job overall? Is it
Absolutely.
One of the best jobs you had?
Absolutely.
Really?
Yeah.
Fulfilling?
Very fulfilling.
I
most days I get to go home and know that I at least made a difference somewhere for something.
Good.
Whether it's a person or an animal, I know I made a difference for something.
So your department appreciates you and what you do?
Yes.
What about the community?
As far as I know, yes. We cover 12 communities full time.
Okay.
Roughly about 300 square miles.
Okay. It's not bad. Okay. I have like I think it's rated at 1,000 square miles, and I think it's like I don't know, 18, 19 cities and stuff like that, and it's ridiculous. You know, the call volume is ridiculous, and the people. You know, some of them appreciate you, a lot don't.
Yeah.
Thankless job, you know.
Our biggest population is 8,000 in one town.
Oh, dude.
So my smallest population is 100.
Oh, dude.
So it's a lot of different small town politics.
Right.
You have to deal with.
Right. So, do you do a lot of TNR up here?
We do when we can.
Gotcha.
Our biggest issue is access to veterinarians that can do it.
Oh, so okay. So you have so it's the same thing with spay and neuter, same thing. Access to vets.
Yeah, that's our biggest issue is access to the veterinarians.
So you have, instead of a food desert, you have a medical vet desert.
Yeah,
I'm seeing that a lot now, where people just can't, not so much afford, they just can't get to it so far.
Right, they can't get to it, or the veterinarians don't have the time to perform it. Because I mean, like even the shelter itself, if we call up half our vets that we would normally contract with pre-COVID, we'd be able to call up and be able to get a spay or neuter appointment within 3-4 weeks. Now we call some of them, we're booking out till June. So I mean, so it's that play. It's like and by mass law, we can't adopt out a dog or cat from the shelter that is not spayed or neutered. So it's really opening a lot of issues.
Yeah. If you had wow. Because I know some places do the voucher things where they say, hey, take it, and you come back. And I think sometimes they never come back. And
right. Well, Massachusetts has the voucher system. So like residents are able to apply for it. They're able to get it.
Yeah.
But again, it's just finding a veterinarian. Like up our way, from Franklin County, there's 3 providers that are about an hour, 45 minutes to an hour, that someone would have to drive.
And so what about those mass clinics once a year anywhere? Like, you know, when the vets go to a park and they get everybody shots, they do all that stuff?
No, that's why one of my goals is trying to get a spay neuter trailer out that way. Even just once or twice a year, just to try and do a bulk, but that has not proven successful as of this time.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. Resources, man. A lot of people have them. Some people don't use them. Some people, neglect to use it. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
You know, because some places you would actually have resources, and you're like, dude, that's right there.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Or low cost, low spay, or sometimes free.
Right.
You know, and up here, you're like, hey, we got a desert up here. All right, brother, I appreciate you coming on. As episode, again, 73. Y'all need to look out that. Probably end of August or September. I'm so backed up and booked up. All right, guys, y'all take it easy, and we're going to stop right about... And that's a wrap. Greatly appreciate everybody tuning in. It was a pleasure. You know, I always have fun talking my stories and all that good stuff. So again, tune in to dfutcs.com. Don't F up the crime scene. Holla back at you guys later.